Hello everyone. Today I'll be discussing about the concept of data communication. Data communication, it's nothing but it's the exchange of information from one end to another end, nothing but source to destination. The source and destinations are nothing but the various devices which you are using, the handheld devices, or it may be a PC or any other device from which you are said to be communicating. That is called as data communication. Earlier the communication was like they used to do the communication personally. They used to meet, they used to communicate the information, they used to give the papers information, whatever through the papers they used to communicate. But nowadays the communication, it is through the various devices which is being done, and it happens in fraction of second. So today we'll be dealing about the data communication, how it is being done, what do you mean by data communication, what and all components are there in data communication, and you'll be dealing what type of data is being handled in the communication, that you will be learning today. So one by one we will be dealing it. So we will continue with it. So next part, it will be like how it is said to be important in various sectors, your data communication. Firstly, you can check here, the data is being used in various business sectors, mainly business sectors. It may be any of the business, you can say any field, it is said to be like a business only. So how this business is managed, that you will be learning here. So this business aspect, your data and network communication, it has changed a lot of in the lot of things in the communication, where the decisions are being, you can see here, the decisions are made more quickly. Since you are using the devices, the data is being sent and received in fraction of seconds, so the decisions are made very quickly at that immediate instant. And even your information, it is said to be accurate. Since you are personally involved in it, the information becomes accurate. And nowadays the business in the business consists of networks of network. It is nothing but you are said to be getting communicated from one country to country. It is globally, it is there, or it may be from one place to another place you are said to be communicating. So it is networks of networks, that is said to be the business part. So it is said to be very important part, your data communication in the aspect of business. So moving further, in the data communication part, you should be knowing how the network operates, okay, which and all features are there, what things are there in the network, that you will be learning in the aspect of data communication. And what type of technologies are being used in the data communication, that you will be learning. There are various types that you will be learning in future. And which design best fills your network, okay, which design is nothing but there are said to be various types of networks, and which network is suitable for your things. For example, when you are using in the industry, it has a different network facility, whereas when it is said to be in the other parts, it will be having a different types of networks. And there are three types of networks which are said to be important in dealings. It may be a local LAN, it may be a MAN, it is within the city, and when it is WAN, it is said to be widely used. So all these are said to be there, which you will be learning in the next few sessions. Okay, so next, moving further, like if I want to communicate, you will be learning about the various aspects and which and all sectors which are there where the data communication happens. It is in the factories, it may be in the various things. You will be like seeing the network. It may be in factories, in the forest, it may be in the plains, it may be in the city, it may be in the trains, homes, military sectors, outdoors, and hospitals. Everywhere network is said to be necessary, and you have to communicate the data from one end to another end, so it is said to be necessary. So next we move on. Since the PCs, the technologies of the PCs has changed a lot. Earlier it was the smaller systems. Nowadays you are said to be using a supercomputers which are there, which work faster compared to earlier. So nowadays PCs which are there, they are said to be having more processor speeds, which are said to be most important one in today's aspect, where you have the competitions. And even not only in the PCs factors, in the device factor, it is even the technologies which have helped out in making the data to carry at a faster rate. Okay, from one end to another end. When you have the various softwares, you can send and receive the data at the faster rate. For example, when you are said to be considering one of the technologies in the telephonic sector, earlier the telephone, how it was meant for only for the calling purpose. Nowadays you can have a conference call, you can put your call on the wait, like call waiting stage, you can put it, and even you can put a voicemail. It's nothing but if you are said to be busy, you can put a voice into your mail, like somebody calls you, and if you want to like convey some message to that particular person, you can put a message on that voicemail. Okay, and another thing is that caller ID, I can even get the information about that person who is said to be calling, through which all the aspects nowadays in the telecommunication sector, it has taken a great changes. Okay, so next we move on to a concept where you will be learning about the meanings of what is communication and what is data. So the communication, it is nothing but sharing of information. The sharing of information, it is nothing but you are said to be sharing the data. It may be locally or it may be remotely, you are said to be sharing the information. And even the whole aspect of communication, it is through the telecommunication. Here you have the concept of telephone. You all know how it is being done. It is meant for the calling purpose. Whereas even telegraph, it's nothing but you are said to be sending the messages through writing the letters. And television, it is also a means of communication where you are said to be getting the news from other countries, or it may be like any other information related to a scientific reason, or it may be related to animal factors or many things. You will be learning through the television, which is also a means of communication. Whereas the meaning of communication, when it is said to be got from the word tele, it is in the Greek, it is said to be the meaning having far. Far means what? When you are communicating, you can communicate for a far distance. So that is said to be the part of data communication. And next slide, you will be learning about the concept of what is data. Data, it is nothing but your information. You can say it is the collection of raw facts where it is not said to be fully processed. When you are said to be communicating, it has to be having some meaning in it. Then only the data becomes an information. So here you can see it refers to information. That information, it may be a textual information, image, it may be a video, or it may be a audio. So all these, when you are said to be communicating, both the parties, the sender and the receiver, both of them, they have to like have an agreement. Like you can say they, both the parties, they agree and they send and receive the messages, whichever type it may be. All these four types kinds of data, it will be transferred and received from the senders to the receiver. And whereas in the beginning, as I said, what is data communication? Data communication is nothing but exchange of data between the two devices, whichever device it may be. Okay, those devices are said to be exchanging the information. In that exchanging of information, you have a medium through which you are said to be communicating. Medium is nothing but it may be a wired medium or it may be a wireless medium through which you are said to be communicating. Okay, all these concepts you will be learning in the future slides. What is the meaning of all those? Everything you will be learning. So next part, it is in the communication system. In the communication system, how to communicate, what is it to be necessary to communicate, that you will be learning. But what is said to be necessary is the most important two parts which are said to be there in the network is your software and the hardware, which are the most important part when you are said to be communicating. So when you are communicating, you need a hardware device which is said to be important. Any of the hardware devices, it may be, as we have said, it may be a PC, it may be a printer, it may be any of the devices, mobiles. All those become the hardware, and the software which help out in communicating the data from one end to another end, which is said to be like not only the software helps in communicating, plus even it helps in communicating at a faster rate. So software as being involved. Other parts which are said to be important in the communicating system is like the system needs to depend on various factors. Those factors are, one is delivery. Delivery is nothing but when I'm sending the data, it should be delivered to that concerned person only. It shouldn't be changing. Okay, when I want to send the data to one person, that person only the message has to be reached. Okay, that is said to be the delivery part. And accuracy part is nothing but the data has to be delivered to that particular person in an accurate manner without any disturbances or something like that. It should be accurate whatever I have sent. Okay, that is said to be accuracy. And even timeliness, it depends on your communication, it even depends on time. It's nothing but when I am said to be sending the data in particular time, in fraction of seconds the data has to be reached to the other end. It should be not prolonging to a longer period of time. It shouldn't take either 1 hour, 2 hours or 3 hours. It should be communicating to the other end in that particular time only. So that is said to be timeliness. And jitter, when you are communicating the data, it shouldn't be having any variations, nothing but it shouldn't be having any disturbance. So disturbance factor, when it is involved, your data becomes completely a not important one. So the main aspects of communication is nothing but your data, it should be delivered in a proper way, it should be accurate, it should be with in time, plus it should be without any disturbance. All these are said to be important in the concept of data communication. Okay, so these factors are the which involve the effectiveness of the communication. Okay, so you can see here in the diagram, here everywhere your network, it is said to be there present everywhere in all the aspects all over the world, it is being followed. Okay, data is being communicated everywhere. Okay, so next you will be learning about the various components which are there in the network which make your data to work in a proper way. The various components which are involved are of 5 types. One is said to be your sender is one of your component. Okay, sender is said to be one of the component. Then you have the medium, one of the component. Then you have the receiver as one of the component. Then you have the protocols which are being followed from one end to another end, and your message is another kind of protocol. So we will be dealing this one by one after the other. Okay, so here the components, you can see the components which are there in the network are, one of the component is said to be your message. What is message? Message is nothing but the information to be communicated. The message, it is nothing but your data which is said to be communicated from one end to another end. As I had discussed earlier, message is nothing but, it is nothing but your textual message. It may be numbers, it may be pictures, it may be audio or video, whichever type, it belongs to the data part. Okay, then sender is nothing but I am sending the data through any of the devices. So that becomes your sender. It may be a computer, it may be your workstation, telephone set, or a video camera, or any of the handheld devices are said to be sender. And even the receiver also becomes the same thing. At the other end, the data which is being received is either by the computer, the workstation, or the telephone, or it may be the television which is said to be receiving the signal. So these 3 components are there. The other 2 components which are being used in the communication are the medium which is there. The medium, it's nothing but the physical part. It's nothing but when you are communicating, like you may be using a wired medium, or it may be a wireless medium while sending the data. So some of the examples are being given in the medium part. You can see here one of the mediums which is being given here is the twisted pair. Here you can see this is called as a twisted pair, which you may have seen in the network. You may be having the cablings. So those cablings which are there present are, one of the type is your coaxial cable, then you have twisted pair. Another one is your coaxial cable, then you have your optical fiber, and then you have the radio waves. These radio waves are nothing but the wireless medium which is being used, whereas these are said to be wired, means all have their own potential. This first one has one potential, second one, third one, they have their own potentials and they have been upgraded. You can say in the beginning this can carry the data at a very lesser length. This afterwards it communicates with for a longer extent, and your optical fiber carries your signals up to a longer distance, like 1,000 kilometers, like that it will be carrying your message. So multiple cablings, it is not said to be needed in the concept of optical fibers, which is being mainly carried out today's. Okay, and wireless medium, when you are said to be communicating through a wireless phones, you can say your mobiles, they will be connecting to each other through the radio waves concept. Okay, so next we will be learning about the concept in the components part is the protocol. Protocols are nothing but the rules and regulations which are being set by the government when you are communicating from one end to another end. When you want to communicate, you have to follow certain rules and regulations. When you are using the internet anywhere, okay, when you want to access the data from the network, you want to download something, certain rules and regulations are being set while it is said to be downloaded, or when you are communicating from one end to another end. Those are called as the protocols. When you are not communicating, when you are not getting connected from one device to another device, then you are not following any of the protocols. Just you are set away accessing, seeing, using that particular device and leaving it. Okay, so these and all are the 5 components which you have learned in data communication. One of them is sender, receiver, the medium, the protocol, and the message. All these are the components of network. So next you will be learning about the concept of data representation. Your data, whichever you are having, it will be represented in different formats. One of the format is said to be your data. It is said to be in one of the types. You can see here text, number, images, audio, and video. All these are said to be a kind of data representation. So one by one we will be dealing it, how they work and what are the representations of it. Okay. Okay, so text it is said to be a sequence of bits. Any text, it may be English like language, whichever you are using, it will be in the format of zeros and ones only, which will be represented in the system. Okay, so those text, it may be of the types, it may be a ASCII code or it may be a Unicode. Okay, ASCII code, it is of 7 bits, which consists of how many symbols? It may be having 128 symbols. Okay, and whichever symbols are said to be meant, and they are said to be called as the word code. Whichever pattern you are using, it will be in the zeros and ones, and that it is said to be meant as code only. And newer thing which was said to be introduced, it is said to be the unique code, which has a much length of your data, which is said to be represented, which is of 32 bits, and it has more characters and symbols compared to that of the ASCII code. So data representation, in that your text consists of zeros and ones. It has ASCII code and Unicode, and nowadays mainly it is given importance on the Unicode. Okay. So next part which you will be learning is your numbers part. Numbers, you all know, it will be represented here also in the bit patterns only. It may be in the format of zeros and ones only. Binary format, they have their own representation in the system. They hold their own values in it in the system. Okay. So next you will be moving on to the concept of images. Images are said to be represented in the format of pixels. Okay, images are said to be represented in the format of what? It is represented in the format of pixels. So pixels, you can see here in the diagram. Okay, you can see here in the diagram how the pixels are said to be represented here. Each and every block is called as a pixel in the diagram. When you drag the image, the pixel length also becomes more and its resolution becomes less. When it is in a proper format, your pixel, it will be proper and it will be clear. As you increase the pixel size, the memory also may increase. As your data increases, your memory also increases, whereas in your resolution part also, everything, when you drag your particular picture, it starts losing out its resolution. Means what? It will be lacking its clarity in the image. Remember, your image, whichever it is, it will be represented in the format of pixels. So it has its own pattern. So 1 bit pattern of a pixel, it is of black and white dots. Okay, when it is 2 bit, it will be having 4 levels of gray. Okay, gray formats it will be there. Those it will be in the 2-bit pattern, and it will be following a color image factor. When you are having the various colors in the pixel, it will be using the concept of RGB, nothing but red, green, and blue concept. It will be there in the images representation. Okay, so this is called as the data representation part of the images. Then we move on to a concept, that is the last part, in this session is nothing but you will be learning about the audio and video concept in the network. Audio and video, it is nothing but when you are set to be sending your data, it may be your audio file, it may be a audio file or a video file. When it is audio, it has the concept of, it is said to be represented either in the continuous way or the discrete way. Continuous data, it doesn't lose out with any of the things. When it is discrete, it is nothing but some disturbance. When you are having the stop, when you are covering the audio and when it is having a breakage, when you are said to be speaking, then it is said to be a discrete one. And nowadays everything, whatever data, it is said to be represented in the digital format, whereas earlier it was in the format of analog format where your data had to move in the wave format. But nowadays everything, even your audio is being converted into the digital signals. Okay, and next we move on to a concept called as videos. Videos also follow the concept of signals which are there in the format of digital only. So here, digital signals, when you are said to be having the video concept, it is not a single image, it will be having multiple images which are said to be considered one after the other. So one after the other, when an image is there, means what? It will be represented in the framed concept when it is said to be moving continuously. When you are moving from one end to another end, means what? It will be your frames, it will be moved from one end to another end, one by one, multiple frames are said to be generated when it is moving. When it is standstill, when it is not moving and nothing is happening, it will be in the blank state. So all these are said to be there in the concept of your data representation. So what and all is there in data representation? Your data, it is in the type of text, it may be in the concept of numbers, it may be in the concept of images which is represented in pixels, then you have the audio and you have the video. So when we summarize today, we learned about the concept of what is data communication, how it is helpful in the outside world, and which and all components are there in the data combination that you have learned. And lastly, you have learned about the data representation. Data representation are of different kinds. One, it is said to be text, numbers, images, audio and video. All these are the part of data communication which you have learned in this session. And next, in future sessions, you will be learning about what happens in data communication, which type of network is said to be available, that you will be learning in the next session. Okay, thank you.